Joseph, a win for you. I know you probably would have, liked to get a finish, that sort of thing. But
always.
Give me an idea how you feel about your performance tonight.
Dude, Dustin Ortiz, man, the guy stays chopping. Look at his Instagram. That's how it is fighting him. I went out there in our first fight, hit the guy literally with everything. There's like 200 significant strikes to the head and body. The guy wouldn't go down. So after that, I didn't know I was going to fight him again, but when I did, I was like, oh, you know what? I can expose him on the ground. Felt good there. Literally hit him with everything the first fight. I'm not going to knock him out. So went in there, felt good, still dropped him, found some clean shots on the feet. But I knew I could expose him on the ground and just give him a different look, than he expected. He probably went in there and knowing, hey, I have to improve on the feet. That's where he beat me. Put him down a little bit, got him there, and I think that's ultimately what got me the win.
Yeah, he had some success as well, man. As you said, he's a tough guy, and he had some good moments as well. I mean, was it tougher than you expected, or it sounds like you had a lot of respect for him coming in? I
have a lot of respect for him in our first fight. But yeah, it was tougher. I mean, I thought I was going to finish him. Always, that's what you train to do. That's what you go out there to do. To fight like you think you can, like you train. Like everyone knows around you that you can. So I thought for sure I was going to finish him. But like I said, Ortiz, first time, thought the same thing. He's just one of those guys. Super tough. Went out there, had a great fight. It's fun for me, man. This was great. Going out there, listening to music, doing cool shit with your friends in your corner. Russell Westbrook's down there. I said hi to him. Dude's a style icon. Saw some of my other friends in the crowd, and we're just doing this, getting paid, man, having a good time. And I'm fighting another guy, Ortiz, who I respect, on ESPN in Brooklyn. It's incredible, man. Any Saturday like this is a fun night.
You kept yourself at the top of the division, of course. I know you got to be tired of talking about it.
I've been at the top of the division.
That's what I'm saying. You've been there from the beginning, right? But I know you got to be tired of talking about it, but I'm sure you saw the press conference play out where, Dana wouldn't answer anything, and he said, we'll see you on Saturday. I mean, what the heck do you do now? I mean, where do you go from here?
How many times can I answer? How am I even supposed to? You go out there, you fight, you do your thing. These guys fight. I'm not fighting. I'm not making decisions. I've been in here since the beginning, since flyweight stepped foot in here. I've been doing it, been a fan of every flyweight since. We finally have new life, a new champion. Dude's an Olympic champion. We have super fights. We're headlining, and there's hundreds, thousands of kids out there trying to be the flyweight champion of the UFC right now. You know what I mean? It would be crazy to get rid of something like that, not knowing, what the future even holds, because this is the first real sign of the future in the history of the weight class.
They've been chasing the belt for a long time. What do you think of that new belt they unveiled?
Belt's a belt. It's good. It's what it symbolizes. I'm not going to go in on design detail if you wanted me to. But symbolizes being the best. That's what I'm here for since the beginning. Since the original 4, we fought in Australia, and I fought DJ for the inaugural title. He went on to become the longest reigning title guy ever. I'm still here and calling for the title. I have a win over the champion. TJ's fighting him for the title. So the mission has been the same the whole time since it started, since I laid the groundwork for this division. To be the best in it. So that's obviously what I want next.
What's been your opinion of TJ's attitude this week? He's I don't care if they close the flyweight division.
It's a little, it's disrespectful. There's one thing doing your own thing. Everyone wants to be the best and everyone wants to do great. No one would ever stop anyone from doing that. But there's no other, champion out there that's I'm going to close the division. It's if it happens, it happens. I'm just doing me. There's just ways to go about things and answer things. Even if you're faking it, just fake it. Just be you don't, be like, I'm doing my own thing. I don't know what's going to happen for the division. I'm not can't wait for this division to close. When you have friends and people there that have been training their whole lives for it. So it's just one of those, crazy things. But at the end of the day, it's not because of him or because of this or because of that. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I obviously think there's a bigger chance of it staying. Cejudo goes out there and gets it done, but it shouldn't be uncertain for in any way. There's been double champs before. You don't just close the other division. It goes on, especially a division like ours, who's you know, we're just getting our feet off the ground. We've been like crippled by this like brilliance of DJ our whole life. You know, now we finally have a new champion already making super fights. I have a win over him. There's ultimate matchups there. Our whole top 5 is a great mix-up of skill. And like I said, there's thousands of kids out there right now training to be the flyweight champion of the UFC. You know, you're taking that away from all these guys too.
How stressful has this lead-up been? Because not only are you getting ready for a fight, but there's all these unanswered questions about the flyweight division as well.
It's one of those things. It's not really as stressful. It's more just like gives you that little chip on your shoulder, but it's like an extra push. You know, like anyone like wants to take you down and say like you're not good enough to do this. Like, you know, successful people don't like fold. It just motivates them. So that's really what it's been. It's been annoying. Like, everyone's doing their job, obviously, but it's hard to keep answering because you don't really have an answer besides, you know, pushing forward. And so that's all you really do. You know, when you get disrespected or someone doubts you or anything, that's all you can really do. So I did that with my fight 7 weeks ago. You know, went out there and finished a tough guy in a first round fight. Now I'm doing it again 7 weeks later here in Brooklyn. So there's still fights, flyweight fights matched up even after the title fight. So business as usual, man, until, you know, things are certain or not.
Yeah. Did you enter this fight with a little bit of an extra grit or something? Because the whole question surrounding the flyweight division is like, oh, flyweights don't sell, flyweights are not exciting, right? Did you enter the fight going, hey, let me show you what the flyweights are made out of?
I do that for every fight because we've always been, not that I felt disrespected or anything like that from the beginning, but we've always been the new division. You know, we're still new. Like I said, we're only on our 2nd champion, so first fight ever in the division. I've done that and every time since, you know, so it's not really, you know, anything extra or extra grit because you kind of do that every time for yourself. And then when you have a tough guy in front of you like Dustin Ortiz, you can't really be distracted by other things. You know, you just got to look at him as a fighter. But, you know, for the division in general, when you're the new guys on the block, which we still are in relative terms, a new division, you're always fighting like that.
Why do you think there's so many like comments when people say like maybe not paying the respect to the flyweights? Why do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with just the brilliance of DJ crippled the division forever, and people didn't love him, so maybe they didn't love the rest of everything. I mean, I think that's all people knew, and you know, people didn't enjoy him as much as they probably should have. So, but there's a whole world of guys out there, guys training right now, you know, future champions, future stars, and let's give everybody the chance.
All right, guys, we're going to pull Joe so we can get Gregor and you guys can watch me in a minute, okay?
Thanks, guys. Love you guys.